I'm not sitting here trying to kill Thomas Tuchel because I've been one of his biggest advocates, one of his biggest, most positive voices. And I think during the tournament, he's done some magnificent stuff that's really put us in a position where the fan base, the crowd, the nation were like really positive. I just think in the moment that was critical, where a need for clarity in making decisions, it went a little bit blurry. Yes guys, this is Rio Reacts and this is the aftermath of the Argentina versus England game where Argentina have qualified and gone through to the final of the World Cup here in the United States. Hasn't been a good day, got to be honest with you guys. I was nervous, I was anxious, I was excited, all the emotions you can think of going to a game. I was fortunate enough to get tickets. I went to the game, as you can see on my social media channels, you can see it all, we was there live and direct, pitch side, in the stands, a lot. And what a day it started out to be, man. Excitement, everything you'd imagine. Both fans going at it before balls even kicked. And what I must say is you have to give Argentina credit. Before I start on anything to do with England, Argentina are a bloody good side. They've got Messi, yes, who's a magician, and I'll talk about him after, but they are a wily, experienced, gritty team who know how to win ugly, who know how to win playing football, who know how to win through moments. And I have to give them enormous credit. Them and their fans who were absolutely mad, they were magnificent in the game. Mad bunch. But yeah, man, I can't know. I think Enzo Fernandez needs a shout because I thought he was brilliant. The tempo went through him. Everything positive and driving the tempo, calming it down, taking this thing out of it he was great. But Messi, in the second half, just said, listen, I'm not getting much joy through the centre of the pitch. I'm going to explore the right-hand side. And he started running the game from that right-hand side. And there's a couple of the moments that he showed there with crossing, going on the outside of his right foot to set up the winning goal. I mean, like, this is a guy who's at the end of his career. He's 38 years old. He could play in the next World Cup as a holding midfielder or as a number 8, easy, and still be one of the best players. Because he's passing. He didn't run past anyone today other than for the winner. He is just different. I mean, I don't think I can't give any more words to like give him any more positives. He was just we couldn't deal with him when he went on that right hand side, and I think that takes me then to where it went wrong for England, because I've been so vocal about how positive and aggressive the substitutions have been for England, bar the Mexico game where we were down to 10 men, where it's understandable if you bring on defensive-minded players and defenders, and they'd all done their job and it worked and we got through. But we were down to 10 men, so I get it. We went 1-0 up here, and it was quite an even game up until that point, and we went 1-0 up, and then the substitutions were very negative. They were all defensive. We ended up having 6 defenders on the pitch. And I think, and I've seen the comments from Thomas Tuchel post the game, I genuinely believe that if he had this opportunity again and he could replay this game, his substitutions would be very different. And I think that once we went 1-0 up, I think he would change it like I would have. And it's all easy with hindsight, but I would have gone bang. 2 attacking players, Rashford, Watkins, Rashford, Saka, whoever it may be, pace in the forward areas, like for like, to go and just burn the pants off of Argentina, who at that point when they're 1-0 down will start going for the game, will start taking more risks. The ability to have good transitions against them in open play would have been massive. So you need more legs on the pitch. And it would have been an aggressive, positive sign to the players that were on the pitch. And I think the fact that the manager brought on those defensive-minded players and those defensive players, that I've been a player. I've been there in those moments where that happens and you just fall back immediately, and you go back, you retreat, your defensive mind state is there, the momentum shift based on what the manager's done is huge. And then even the biggest dagger to the heart is that if and when the opposition equalise, where do you go from there when you are in full defensive mode? Through personnel and mindset. It is so difficult then to try and shift it. The momentum's against you, the stadium's against you, the noise is against you, and tactically it's going against you. And immediately when those substitutions happened, I was thinking, right, if we get a goal here, where do we go? And we didn't get a goal, but Argentina go and get a second goal. And it's like, well, okay, our only kind of answer to that was Dan Burn going up front. And so it's just like, and I'm not sitting here trying to kill Thomas Tuchel, because I've been one of his biggest advocates, one of his biggest, most positive voices. And I think during the tournament, he's done some magnificent stuff to really put us in a position where the fan base, the crowd, the nation were like really positive. I just think in the moment that was critical, where a need for clarity in making decisions, it went a little bit blurry. It went a little bit like the Wi-Fi went off a little bit, because those decisions, and I think just reading through the lines of his comments, I think if he had this opportunity again, I'll reinstate and I'll reiterate that I think he would have made different decisions. And saying that, there's some guys I think come out of this tournament with massive positives. I mean, Jude Bellingham's an obvious one. He's been magnificent from start to finish. He's done things that other greats in his position haven't been able to do in an England shirt. And he will come out of his name and his reputation massively enhanced. Just being in America and being over here and hearing people, the response to him and the way they've asked questions about him, he's just gone to another level. Harry Kane, I thought in the group stages was magnificent. I think in knockout stages probably died off a little bit and petered out. But again, a great captain, records being broken again, 6 goals in a tournament cannot be sniffed at at all. And he'll be there for another tournament, no doubts, as a captain. Jed Spence, I thought in one of the games, I forget the name of the game, but he got a bit of criticism for one of the goals we conceded. I didn't think it was his fault either. But the response, his application, his desire, his determination, the way he played, the tackle. The first half, he was great, defensively and with the ball. But the tackle in the second half, if we go and win that game, he becomes a cult hero. And I'm not saying he shouldn't be, even after that. But the tackle, we run back, it was almost a shooing goal. I thought he was magnificent. And I thought he's someone who's come out of it with huge positives. Other people will come out. Anthony Gordon, again, people trying to sniff at him going to Barcelona. Oh, is he good enough? Is that? He answered a few people this tournament. Assists, goals, impact, running power, in and out of possession. Yeah, I think, and others consolidated their reputations as well. I don't know anyone in our team who I would say were poor or anything like that. I wouldn't be able to say it about anybody, to be honest. I thought everyone played to their standard and some played beyond. But this game, man, I've got to be honest, guys, it's about fine margins. At the top end of the game, in the biggest moments in the game, it's about fine margins. It's about mindset, mentality, tactical approach sometimes. And one decision, one small decision can alter the outcomes. And today, I think that was something that when we look back at it, we'll go, you know what? I think the manager will go, I would handle that situation differently if I was here again in the same situation, same circumstances, same team that we're playing against. And you've got to remember, by the way, guys, and I'm going to reiterate that point again. You're playing against the current world champions with Lionel Messi. I don't care what his age is, but Lionel Messi, who is the difference maker. He sets up I think he set up the first goal and the second goal, to be honest with you. But to beat Argentina with Lionel Messi, you've got to be a top team. And again, they were champions last time out. They're in the finals again. And England have done well. Let me just say this, by the way. England got down to the last 4. The 4 top teams who entered this tournament got down to the last 4. England were one of them. They go out, yes. I don't think it's the end of the world. But there's a lot to learn from. And I think they will.